Hello and welcome to this video on how to plot using Excel. In this video we're going to be covering how to do a bar chart and how to add standard error bars. So when do you want to do a bar chart? Well, you want to do it when you have categorical data and numerical data. So when you have categorical data for your independent variable, you can do a bar chart. In order to do so, you start by highlighting your data. Then you press and hold the command button. That allows you to select this other data. And then you go to insert graph. Okay, now if we want to change that a little bit, we can get rid of the chart title because we want a caption instead. And we can add chart elements here. So for example, if I want to add an axis title on the vertical axis, I can do so here. I'm just going to write germination in terms of C number out of 100. Germinated. If I want to change my bars, for example, I can select my bars and I'm going to have a pattern fill and I'm going to have a line on the outside. There we go. So now we have a pattern fill. If I just want to change one of them, I can also do that. So say I want that one to be that and I want the other one to be that. You can do that as well. Now in order to add error bars, we can use another option here called error bars. What are error bars is the first question. You can add error bars to a graph to show variation in your data, for example, or what your range of your data is. In this case, I'm going to use it to show something called the standard deviation. Standard deviation you'll learn about in maths at some point, but in biology we use it to describe really how variable our data is. So you can see here from our data that we have a range of values between 57 and 63, which is pretty consistent. It's not all over the place. It's not like it's between 40 and 80. If it were between 40 and 80, the standard deviation would be a lot higher. You can see for species C, where there is no variation in our data, our standard deviation was 0. Okay, so if I want to add these in onto this graph to show the variation in our data, we can again select our graph, go to add chart elements, and then go to error bars. Now I want to add standard deviation, which are specific values. So I want to add custom. Okay, I want to specify my value here, and I'm going to have 2 and 0, and for the negative this means plus or minus 2 and 0, and I'm going to press OK. Okay, so you can see here that there is no error bar here because the standard deviation was 0, but here we have a little bar here. If the standard deviation, that bar was bigger, the bar would be bigger, and same thing here and here. What that means in terms of differences between the means of these is that when they don't overlap, it means that there is likely to be a statistically significant difference between the means. When those error bars are bigger and they overlap, the values overlap, it means there is less likely to be a statistically significant difference between the means. Finally, if we want to just change a couple of things like elements about the charts, we can go to our chart and we go to format axis, and on here we can say, for example, change the maximum from 90 to 85 if we want to. We can also add in tick marks, outside, inside. We can change our minor units from every 10 to every 5 if we want to, and have those tick marks every 1. So that shows you some other things that you can do on here.